Hello YouTube, it's Buck Rub again. Wanted to give an update on how my CDL was coming and also talk about a couple of groups that I'm a part of. But first, I wanted to give a shout out to my buddy John Herron, who sent me this vaporizer, and to Loshan Parks, who turned me on to this TFV4 tank. It's March the 9th, and I haven't had a cigarette since February 29th, and I'm convinced that I'm done with them. On my CDL, again, I've passed all my written tests. All I've got to do is take the driver's portion. Been hooking up with my friend Highland, who's been showing me the ropes and teaching me, what I need to do in order to pass that test, knowing full well that whatever company I go with is going to actually put me through pretty extensive training. So we're just trying to get that CDL in hand for right now. Monday, I got to drive from Houston all the way to Dallas, where we dropped off at the Home Depot distribution center, and then from there I drove to the Arlington, where we dropped off an empty trailer and picked up a full trailer. I got to do some shifting, which I was having a lot of trouble with, but I am getting better at shifting, and I'm getting better with downshifting. I got to disconnect from a trailer. I got to reconnect with a trailer. She's been running me through my pre-inspections and doing my air brake test. I would have gotten to drive back from Dallas too, but when we were there, I ended up getting sick. It just hit me all of a sudden. My wife was sick the night before, and then, man, we got there and it just hit me, and I ended up spending the whole trip back in the sleeper berth. So I apologize for that, Highland. I hardly ever get sick, and we were even discussing that. Here I ended up getting sick, but I'm better now. When she gets back from wherever she's at, I'm sure I'll get to go on the road again, try to get this all knocked out and get my CDL in hand. I wanted to talk about a couple of groups that I'm a part of. The first one is called the STA, or the Super Truckers of America. This group is both on Facebook and on Zello. Zello is an app that you can put on your smartphone. It's like a CB radio. These guys have just been a wealth of information and have been very helpful, even for someone like me that's not a driver yet. They've welcomed me in there, and they've answered almost everything that I've asked them. And lots of questions that I've had that these guys have been more than willing to answer for me. They're really trying to reconnect the trucker community. If you watch much YouTube, you'll see that there's a ton of drama out there. These guys are really trying to reconnect everybody and get the term super trucker back to what it used to be. I can remember when my grandfather drove a truck that, being a super trucker was something to be proud of. In the last several years, super trucker has become more of a derogatory term. You can hear that just by turning on the CB, that when someone mentions it, that term, they're not saying it in high regards, and that's pretty sad. This is a great group, though. I highly encourage you to go check them out, listen to what they have to say on Zello, become part of the conversation, and join the Facebook group. In October of 2017, they're doing an STA cruise. Going to be going out of Louisiana, and it's going to be going to, I believe, Honduras, Belize, and Cozumel. And it's going to be a good time. And if you sign out now, you can get a really good rate on this and get to pick what kind of room you have. Me and my wife haven't signed up yet, but we have full intentions of doing it. And it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun with a lot of great people. The other group that I'm a part of is one called the YTTA, which I believe is the YouTube Truckers Association. This is a group of people that are truckers that have YouTube channels, as well as ones that don't have YouTube channels, but it's a big group. They're on Zello as well. Sometimes it's hard to get a word in edgewise because they do a lot of chit-chat, but every now and again they'll clear the channel and they'll ask people, you know, that haven't got to speak, and give them a chance to speak and ask questions. And it's another good group as well. So I encourage you to look at both of these groups and become part of them. As for me, my house is finally for sale. We've got a sign in the yard. I'm still working on the inside of it. Got to finish painting. I've got most of the sheetrock mudding done, but I've still got to paint the inside before we take inside pictures. So right now it's basically set up as a coming soon. And just since having it on the market since Sunday, there's already been a couple people calling my agent that are interested in the house. So hopefully when I'm done, it'll sell quickly and we can get our butts back to Missouri, which is where we're wanting to be. What else? Well, I guess that's about it for now. Mentioned a couple YouTube channels again that I like to look at. If you're considering trucking, or if you're already in trucking, these channels are great information. Ike Stevens, he was probably one of the first YouTubers that I actually started watching and subscribed to. I've learned a lot from his channel. Another one is Bound for Valhalla. That's Thor's channel. Thor, again's been a trucker for years and years, and he gives a lot of good information. Randall the Trucker, he's a fairly new trucker. He's just starting his YouTube channel out, but he's given good information. Talks about how he got into it, talks about the school that he went to, and it's really a good channel you should also look at. LoShawn Parks, with On Point Trucking Concepts. Man, he gives so much information, all the way from company driver to lease operator to running your own business to taxes to vaping to, I mean, just all kinds of stuff on there that he gives a lot of great information for, and you should check that one out as well. Matthew Jones, we call him Jonesy. Trucker Jones, I believe he goes by on Zello. He's a new YouTuber also, but been a trucker for years. He's an owner-operator. He's given a lot of information, and it's going to be a good channel to follow as well. Jay the Trucker, another one. He's a company driver out of Night Transportation. Only been a driver for about a year. But man, this cat has... it's amazing the things that Jay has to say. It's for a new trucker, seems to be really smart and taking it the right way. I encourage you to look at all these. I know I missed some people, and don't get pissed off at me because I'm subscribed to so many channels, but when I'm driving down the road I can't look at my list and see who all it is. But when you start going to these channels, it'll link you to other channels, and if you want to laugh, go check out Tony Mullins. That one's more funny than anything. Anyway, I guess that's all I got for now. Again, guys, thank you so much. February 29th. And remember, warm melting chocolate cake.